In this video, we're talking about one of my new favorite leather conditioners. Guys, that's Cobbler's Choice. Now, I was actually privileged to sit down on the phone and talk to them about these products. We covered the ingredients and some of the thought process they put into these products. And guys, I'm excited to get that out to you. Now, I want you to know right out the gate, they actually did send me some of these products, but I'm under no obligation to sing their praises or recommend it in any way. Guys, it's my hope with these videos, this whole conditioner series, to just get a ton of information out so you guys can make an informed decision. You know, it's kind of crazy to spend a whole video just on one product, but the more you get into it, the more you research it, you know, I think they're really worth it. So it's my hope that these videos will be a place where guys can just come back to and have a good reference point. And what really makes that unique is the comments below. So guys, just like always, as we go through these, let me know in the comments what your experience with either Cobbler's Choice. You know, we cover Red Wing products, Big Four, we cover a bunch of stuff here. It's really valuable when you guys let me know some of your real world experiences with these as I tell you some of mine. And so I think they're just gonna be a great little place down there where people can learn and grow together. So Cobbler's Choice, you know, they're one of the few companies that are transparent about their ingredients. And that's one of the things that just makes it easy when an average gentleman is out there trying to determine what he should run on his boots. Now guys, without being a chemist, without studying this to some degree, we want to know kind of what's in there. You know, if we're out changing the oil in our pickup or running some bar oil on the chainsaw, whatever we're doing, we like to kind of know. You know, there's always that fight between Pennzoil or Mobil 1 or just what kind of thing you should be running in your engine. And the boots are the same way. It's nice to know what we're putting in them. And I always say, guys, if we take care of these boots, they're going to take care of us and they'll last into the ages. So the good thing is I can actually grab either one of these and I can look at the ingredients. So friends, we're going to be talking about the leather conditioner and the leather cream. Now they're the exact same 3 ingredients in these. They just come in a different format with different amounts. Obviously this one here is the liquid, and this is more of a wax paste like you're typically going to see in your wax polish. Now guys, let's get into it a little bit and see what they say. So this has triple filtered beeswax, a unique blend of seed oils, and naturally occurring lipids. If you're like me, maybe a couple years back, that just wouldn't mean anything to me. You know, maybe a couple of those would kind of ring a bell. And that's why I want to do these videos, to just get a little bit deeper. Now, I was on the phone with Cobbler's Choice and really able to see why they chose these 3 ingredients. The first one, that triple filtered beeswax. So beeswax is what's going to build up that outer layer on your boot and really be the first guard against water, maybe salts, and all the kind of contaminants that we don't want mixing with the leather. So that's what the beeswax does, and that's the main difference between these two. This has so much beeswax that it's practically a solid, and this is a liquid. Now the reason they triple filter it is because that's going to make sure and get all those contaminants out. So when you have the beeswax, you have the best of the best. That ensures that all the junk in there is gone, and so they triple filter it. The next thing is the unique blend of seed oils. Now what that is, that's actually going to be what you want deep into the leather. We talked about the beeswax being the surface level. The seed oil is going to be getting down in, way down into the pores, down in the depths of the leather, and really condition it for a long time. But there has to be a way for it to get down there. And so that's the naturally occurring lipids. Now that's going to kind of emulsify the waxes in the seed oil, and that's going to get it down in there. So that's the thought behind what they did here. And they made it in a really convenient liquid and a wax that you can really just grab and start going with it. So guys, in this we want to talk about what are the differences. Now I was asking them if maybe you would run this in the winter time and this in the summer. My thought was that with the more waxes, it's going to build a better layer, and a lot of that is true, but mostly they said it came down to preference. It's, do you like using this application or do you like the leather cream? Now Open-Offs, and you'll see other companies that have kind of that same process, and it really goes down to getting an understanding of your leather, kind of your needs, what are you running them in, what's the atmosphere like, and just starting to really understand leather as a whole. I'm finding Cobbler's Choice to be just a company that I can get behind. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to sit down with many of these companies, but just to see their transparency, to see a group of people who want to grow and create better products. You know, I talked to them about why is there not neat's foot oil in here? And they don't have anything wrong with neat's foot oil. They said they would run it, but in their studies, they actually didn't find that that was the main chemical in there that caused the conditioner to not darken your leather. And so they like to say that, you know, this conditioner here isn't going to darken the leather too much. As you'll hear on any of these videos, maybe find a spot. People say the heel. I actually like to say up here at the top. You know, this is a 6-inch boot. If you're wearing pants, you can condition that little spot there. Just leave it overnight if you got time and see what it does to the leather. Now, they actually think this one darkens it a little bit more, so that's something to keep in mind. But they're willing to work with neat's foot oil, with whatever products, and they're out there researching it and struggling through it, just like we do on the gentleman's journey. As we learn, as we mature, and we try to become better gentlemen, to be better stewards of the stuff that God gave us, this company, in my estimation, is doing the same thing. So guys, I found them to be someone who I can get behind, and I'm so excited to show you guys how this works on the leather. So today, guys, we have my Redback Great Barrier Boots. This is an oil tan leather boot, and I've already went ahead and taken my Cobbler's Choice brush. I brushed them down, got them clean, and then I hit it with the leather cleaner. Now with this leather cleaner, again, check out that video. I'll link to it here. But guys, it has that tea tree oil. So one of the ingredients you heard me talk about was seed oil. Now I asked them, this is something I came to them and I'm concerned, is that because it's kind of a food grade? You know, we're concerned about food grade oils, fatty oils in the boots going rancid. And they said in all their years of being a business, they've never had one complaint about it going rancid from using either of their conditioners. It has right here the liquid, they're saying it has a 2-year shelf life, and this has a 5-year. So guys, that's something, again, we're constantly evaluating our stuff. It's the same with motor oil. You know, you'll find out in your dad's garage or something like this, all this stocked up reserve of motor oil. Well, it sounds like a good idea, but that stuff has a shelf life too. And so the more we learn, it's like, yeah, you feel like you're doing your car a good deed because you're changing the oil, but you're putting bad stuff in there, not paying attention to the shelf life. It's the same with boots. Guys, I'm not gonna kick them one bit because you wanna keep this fresh, you wanna keep using it. If you have more than one set of boots, obviously, if you've seen my boot collection 2021 or 2020, you'll see that I have a big collection. And guys, if you're working through this stuff, it's a big bottle. But guys, 2 years, or with the pace, 5 years. So just be kind of diligent about paying attention. Maybe take a Sharpie and mark down when you bought it. I don't know what you're gonna have to do, but just be a good steward of that. So what we're gonna do is run the conditioner on the left boot, and we'll do the leather cream on the right boot. So we got it clean, got it prepped, and got it ready to go. Now I wanna run this stuff just with my hands. You know, I'm not afraid to run either one of them, but Cobbler's Choice sent me this towel, microfiber. You can check one out. I'll put it and all this stuff in the description below. You can go ahead and see if it's something maybe you want to run. You guys heard me talk about the ingredients. This isn't something that we have to be concerned at all about with our hands. You know, I gave some other companies a hard time for being really stinky. Some of them with the pigment is gonna stain your hands. This is a nice neutral, so it's gonna go across your whole entire boot line. And that's something that Cobbler's Choice wanted. They're not bound like Red Wing. They're not a Red Wing product, although I always tell you guys you can run that across your boots if that's what you have too. But they're not bound to any one company, and so you can run this on all your boots. If you're getting your boots out on a Saturday night and you're running them, you can feel confident. But it's a neutral color, and it'll go across the board like that. If you need to get some pigment into your boots, then maybe get a cream polish. I think a cream polish will go a long ways to getting some pigmentation back in there. And if you get something like Saphir cream polish, man, they have every color under the sun just about. I am really enjoying this process. It's always one of those things where you kick back, maybe you had a long day at work, maybe you have kids that are running and just driving you crazy. It's a time just for you, if you're a person of prayer, to spend some time praying to the Lord about your week and your day and maybe some things that you want to accomplish. We all need processes like this where we're not running at full speed at that moment. It's nice to kick back. You know, I wouldn't mind having a little lake property or something like that and looking off over the lake and just waxing my boots up. Again, friends, this is not a Goodyear welted boot. If it was, I would make sure that you guys are hitting that heel stack. Make sure you're hitting the welt down the side. This is a rubber glued outsole, and they're holding up. If you haven't, make sure and head over and watch that video on these Redback boots. It's a really good run and gun boot option. A lot of tradies, a lot of even ambulance drivers and whatnot are running these. So I could spend a little more time on that, but we're gonna get moving with the other stuff. I really like the wax. I really like the waxy vibe of that. You know, it's old school. It's more traditional, I suppose. But this stuff just goes on so easy too. So I think even though they said that wasn't the main factor, I'm gonna go ahead and still lean towards running this stuff in the winter time and this stuff in the summer. There's different drying times. Apparently the wax, I'll call this one the wax, the cream, it takes longer to dry. Just with anything, friends, they want you to run this for maybe 12 to 24 hours before you have the boots. Just sit it and forget about it. And if you have a decent collection of boots, it's easier to do that. If you don't, it's never been anything that I've been worried about or nervous about, so I don't mind just using them right away. I always say if you have a nicer set of boots, maybe and you're in an office environment, have some conditioner in your office, maybe your bottom desk drawer, and that way you could tune them up a little bit before you head into a meeting. Or if you're going down to talk with a bank and trying to get a loan, why not just hit those a little bit before you head in? It's always great to make a first impression, and you can never go back. You can always do good by the people later, but you can't really go back from that first impression. So I didn't expect to see a huge difference right out the gate, and I don't think we did. And I'm here live in real person. You guys on the screen, I imagine there's not a lot coming through. I do think this is a little bit darker, even though it's supposed to be the lighter, which is, these are just dark boots. It just seems like at this stage, it was able to get in there deeper. And so the thing that I like to do across the board with all my conditioners is hit it with a horsehair brush. And we're gonna talk about this more in some other videos, but with this wax here, I always think that's an awesome step because it's gonna push some of that wax a little bit deeper, and it's gonna get the leather moving around, it's gonna agitate it, it's gonna get some heat in there, and I really think that's what this one needs. You can kind of get the same process going with a brush or with a towel, but I swear by horsehair brushes, and we're gonna be doing a video on that, so make sure and stay tuned for a horsehair brush video. I'll drop a link to this and all the stuff in the description below if it's something maybe you want to pick up for yourself. And of course, like any good subscriber, you always get comments of, well, I don't know if you did that right or not, and maybe sometimes I just didn't. I want you guys to know that I often do a lot more stuff off camera. I'll go ahead and touch these up and make sure I got it done the way I want it off camera, but try not to make the videos too long. So friends, again, I'm not seeing a huge difference. This one with the conditioner still to me looks a little bit darker right out the gate. I didn't pay good attention to what the boots look like beforehand, but maybe I just didn't apply enough of this. So I'm gonna play with that some more and hit it. Again, I'm not afraid to hit this with my fingers. Just that spot there that looked a little lighter. I'll play with some of that in the future. Guys, I really hope you're enjoying these videos. Hope you're getting something from it. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. Guys, leave me a comment below. Let me know what boots you're running, what kind of conditioners you like, what you'd like to see in the future videos. If you made it this far, I'd love to have you guys as a subscriber. That would be awesome. Hit the like button, that really helps the videos. Get out there more. YouTube, it gives them all kinds of warm and fuzzy feelings. And so guys, until the next video, God bless you. And hey, don't forget to give those boots some love from time to time.